There's a nice one. There's a nice one. That's what we're after right there. Guys, Cody Meyer here. We are back on the water. Beautiful day in spring, Northern California, Lake of the Pines to be exact. And we're gonna do some sight fishing today. You know, I don't know what exactly we're gonna run across, but we're gonna do some sight fishing, throw a bunch of different baits today, have some fun, and see what happens. Definitely a good start right there. All right, man. Definitely a good start. Like I say, you know, we're gonna be doing a lot of sight fishing today. You know, right now, conditions are pretty good. You know, there's a little bit of breeze on the water, a lot of chop. It's gonna make these fish pretty hard to see, but right now the water temp is in the upper 60s, around 66, 67 degrees. And it seems like these fish, they're right on their bed. They're really not chasing anything right now, you know? So we're gonna try to, you know, poke around some of these areas, stay protected out of the wind, and hopefully see a lot of these beds. I know there's some big ones in this area, but this is a great time of the year to be out on the water fishing, and great time of the year to catch some big ones. So hopefully that's what we're gonna do today. Got him. There we go. Flip it in that little Strike King Rage Craw right there. You know, one of the keys to sight fishing, you're really trying to aggravate these fish. You know, they're not really wanting to bite. So multiple pitches is gonna really be the key. And what I like to do, let's go ahead and release this fish and I'll tell you here. You know, one thing I like to do is, you know, find the bed, locate that bed, and then really slow down and thoroughly fish that area, that bed. You know, right now, like I say, I'm throwing a little craw imitation bait. This is Strike King Rage Craw, but I'm gonna pitch it out there, you know, let that bait start on the back side of the bed and slowly shake it through the whole bed. And if you can see some of these fish, you know, you're gonna find that sweet spot, you know, that sweet spot that's really gonna aggravate some of these fish. And, you know, a lot of times it's gonna take multiple casts, you know, different baits, changing colors. You know, sometimes those fish will associate that color, that bait with your boat. So it's always a good thing to change up colors, but you have to keep it slow. You know, keep it in their bed, keep it in their face. You know, I like to slowly shake that bait, you know, barely working it across the bottom, and 90% of the time, that's what you're gonna get them to bite. You're gonna put a lot more fish in the boat. There he is. There he is. Little bedfish there. You know, I switched up to using a white Strike King Rage Craw, and go ahead and release this fish. I'm gonna tell you why I went to the white here. You know, for me, the white is, it's not really, the fish are more aggressive or attracted to the color white. It's easier for me, for the angler to see. And so I think that's, you know, over the years, a big misconception there. People, you know, they have the white and bite this thing down. They think, hey, that's the only color you sight fish with, because the fish really want to bite that color. It's not that they really want to bite the color more than, say, a natural green pumpkin. It's easy for the angler to see when you're making a long cast out there. You can see it really well, and it helps you not snag the fish when you're working that bed fish. So, you know, that's a really big deal, is to be able to see the fish, to not snag that fish, and make sure the fish fully eats the bait before you set the hook. And action. There he is right there. Nice one. Pitched it in there on that bed. Couldn't stand the old rage bug. Got it. That's the kind we're after right there. That's a healthy one right there. Like I say, you know, this is just typical bed fishing. You know, you're just trying to aggravate those fish. And I have found on the deeper beds, you know, that fish was probably in that 8 to 9 foot range. That's where the natural green pumpkin color seems to really excel. But when you get up shallow and you see those fish and you're making multiple pitches at them, that's really when you go with that white, you know, that white craw or white tube, something like that. Catch a lot of these nice ones, man. Let's let her go. You know, one thing that's so important when you're sight fishing, you know, this whole day we've been kind of cruising down the bank looking for these little bare spots. And we've seen a lot of fish cruising as well, but it's good glasses. You know, this is that new Captivate lens from Wiley X, and this is actually the first week I've ever put these glasses on, and I'll tell you, it makes it easy. I mean, having a good pair of polarized lens glasses, you know, it makes it easy to see a lot of these fish and get a lot more bites. Without that, you're gonna be struggling to find a lot of these bigger fish. There he is, big one. Big female. That's what we've been looking for. Yes, look at that there. That is why I love sight fishing. Look at that, Strike King, rage bug gone. Beautiful fish. Hey, that, like I say, good pair of glasses, the right setup, the right bait, you're gonna catch a lot more big ones like that. I'm gonna go ahead and release her. I wanna talk about my gear notes here and keep on going, man. That was super exciting. Man, that was a really nice fish. I wanna talk right now a little bit about the setup which we are using today. You know, sight fishing with the Strike King Rage Craw here. For starters, we were throwing two colors. We're throwing this green pumpkin sapphire, and then also the white. You know, and again, the white was more from when you're visually seeing them, you're making sure you don't snag them. The green pumpkin sapphire is when I was making those long pitches, some blind spots, and some of those deeper beds. You know, as far as the setup today, throwing a Daiwa Tatula Elite 8-foot flip and stick punch rod. This is the rod I love to use, just a long rod. It's a heavy action rod. I highly recommend, you know, a 7/6 to an 8-foot rod, and some bigger line as well. You know, the line was a 20-pound Daiwa J-Fluoro carbon. Very, very, very strong line, 100% made in Japan. And the reel here, you know, the reel Daiwa Tatula Elite flip and pitch reel. So this reel's got a shallower spool. It's not gonna hold tons of line, but when you're flipping and pitching and making short little casts, you don't need a whole lot of line. So it really saves you some money on that. This reel is super smooth, and you can see this handle, very big handle. You know, this is a 100mm handle with some foam knobs. I feel like when you get that bite, you set the hook, you have complete control with this setup. And again, little owner J hook here on the Rage Bug, 3/8 ounce Strike King tour grade tungsten. That is a combo we are using today to catch a lot of these sight fish. You know, we're gonna put this bait down, this little Rage Craw here, and we're gonna pick up a frog. You know, I like these shallow pockets. I see some grass in the back of these pockets, shade and some docks. You gotta throw a frog. There he is. I knew it looked too good. Had to throw the frog. Hey, that'll work. Sexy frog to end the vlog. How about that? You know, this has been an absolute blast today. You know, a lot of sight fishing and a couple nice ones on a frog, or one nice one on a frog. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. You know, if you guys like this, make sure you like, share, tag a friend. Check back next week, see what we're up to, and let her go, man.